Hi, I'm Everett O'Keefe from jobanalysis.biz. One question I'm asked is, what's the difference between a job analysis and a job description? Well, first, a job description, boy, I've seen all types. I've seen some that were professionally prepared, 3-page documents that describe very briefly the requirements physically of the occupation, as well as academic or other qualifications necessary to do the job. Sometimes they're really more documents that are more useful for a collective bargaining agreement and union designation. And sometimes it's 2 paragraphs or a paragraph scratched out in a pencil or pen on a yellow pad. So a job description can be any number of things. However, what we find is almost universally a job description is inadequate within the workers' compensation realm or in other legal proceedings. The reason is that the person who prepared the job description may or may not have had any training in preparing such job descriptions. They tend not to be very uniformly prepared. They also tend to be painfully brief. They may overstate or understate the requirements of the occupation simply because of their brevity. Let me give you an example. The common job description used within California shows, as far as frequencies, that something is occasional, frequent, or constant. Occasional on those forms is usually defined as up to 3 hours of a day. Well, let's say a worker lifts 50 pounds and the job description says it's occasional. Well, the doctor may assume that that worker lifts 50 pounds 3 hours a day or up to 3 hours a day, when the reality of it may be that the worker lifts up to 50 pounds once or twice a month or once or twice a week. But the smallest scale available when completing that form is occasional. And so in this case, the brevity of it dramatically overstates the physical requirements of the occupation. Now, a job analysis is a much more thorough and detailed document. It usually is 10 to 15 pages long. It may include pictures or measurements or weights. Sometimes it includes video. And it's much more precise. So in fact, instead of occasional being the only scale available under 3 hours, we usually will have never, we will have rare, which is up to 5 minutes of a day or up to 1% of a shift. We will have infrequent, which is 2 to 5% of a shift. And then we will have occasional, which is 6% to 33% of the shift. So you can see how that can be much more precise. In that example of lifting, that worker may actually be rarely lifting up to 50 pounds, whereas a job description may portray that they're lifting up to 50 pounds 3 hours of the day. You can see there's a great difference. So that's just one example of the differences between a job description and a job analysis. You can get more information at jobanalysis.biz. That's jobanalysis.biz. Thank you very much.